It doesn't matter because the team is always there to follow him up.
He gets what he needs done before he dies. There it is
there
again.
It is.
The Lichbane comes out. If he goes down, he goes down. They've taken down the AD carry of Mashmi. The turret is going to fall as well. There is already one down, and they're all using everything on Reginald. He's still the first one in the fight, going in front of Dyrus and Odd One.
Love watching TSM play when they are on point. Look at this. They dodge the hook. They're going for inhibitor number 3.
So much safety comes from that hook missing right there, but Nintendo says no safety. The shockwave from Jinte, first one maybe he might have used, but the bullet time completely shreds the team. It leaves the base open and possibly the Nexus for Team Solo Mid.
So they did get down Wild Turtle. They're not much turret damage up. This may all but seal, but I don't know if TSM can finish it on this push.
I don't think enough people are alive with the damage. You are right. They're going to try to work these turrets. Jinte's still there. He can clear some of these waves, but it looks like they're going to try to do it.
They got the super minions here. They may get these Nexus turrets down 3, 2, 1.
Team Solo Mid on game point against Good Game University. They're going to be looking for the Nexus in a 5-game series. No, they decide to back off. And the last pressure they could put here in 5 minutes may be the final push.
So they are up 15,000 gold. They have brilliantly executed that entire play. Wild Turtle landed a awesome bullet time that just wrecked GGU when they tried to reinitiate, even though that was mainly the only ultimate that TSM had up. Now the Baron is actually up in 30 seconds, even though there's no Nexus turrets for GGU, so not only are they at risk of giving up a Baron, Reggie could just teleport into their back door and finish off the Nexus.
You just said it. Why do I feel like Reginald is going to teleport in and take the game with Lichbane?
He could, but they don't need to. That's actually not a risk they need to take. TSM could actually go in even before the Baron, but they have no real reason to wait or to not get the Baron. They're probably going to take that, walk in with their horde of super minions, and just try to end the game because they're already winning all the team fights. They've already outmaneuvered, and they're probably going to try to take what's rightfully theirs.
And this is awesome, especially bringing out the Mikhail's Crucible as well. One of the few times I think we've seen it in the first few weeks, or the playoffs even, or the qualifiers I should say, but that coming out, he's able to help out Wild Turtle if he gets caught up. Remove those stuns, taunts, fears, slows, and whatnot have you.
Just got to give a bit of diversity to his item builds. It's the last game of the split for this guy, so
why not?
Might as well bring that Cleanse Cup.
The Cleanse Cup. Bring it on in. Frozen Heart coming out for the Odd One. These guys are big right now, and it's still offensive items being built by Good Game University. Zion Spartan has not gone for any defense besides that Hex Drinker before. Odd One putting down the Cho'Gath dance on the way in. He takes an ace in the hold to the face there, and it looks like they're still going to fight this. Nintendo once again gets the ball. He gets chopped down by the Odd One. No chance there. Mashmi is trying to run them out of the base. He says, follow me, not the Nexus, but it looks too good for TSM right now.
This is going to be it for TSM. I think we have our champions.
There it is, TSM in Game 5. Looks to be your North American LCS Spring Champions. They take down the Nexus and the title.
From that, so it was a nice effort by TSM, but if we look back, they're still down 11,000 gold. Let's take one more look at this. The equalizer wasn't up immediately, and the Odd One outsmited Meteos. I feel like if Meteos gets that smite, the game is over. The Zhonya's was greatly timed by Reginald to at least delay, and at this point, everyone's just waiting for High to arrive. Sneaky pops out with almost no health, and Dyrus was saving his taunt for that moment. And at that point, it just became the chase for High.
Very good communication on the continued pursuit here with Lemon Nation on the backside. They don't have that
This was a nice
vision
1v3.
Why? And that's the reason they really wanted to go back in. Once they saw Lemon, it was bad news bears.
High has been able to dodge so many damage spells with his ultimate right now. He gets the detonate while the Odd One is in the air, and then X Special was just nearby, so he got wrecked.
And that's not easy to do. Not every ultimate acts the same, triggers the same off the visual effects. So for him to continuously do that, he is completely on top of his game right now in his mechanics. 29 minutes in, very Cloud9-esque to have an inhibitor down in the base of their opponent. 12,000, actually 11,000 is the gold lead as they come up on 239. But 9-2 in turrets means those two turrets, usually the Nexus turrets, but they're not. Those are already down.
This means a very vulnerable base for TSM. TSM was a couple seconds away from absolute defeat before they pulled off a couple big plays. Dyrus is double killed to a Baron sneak, but all that is done now. Cloud9's kind of regrouped, taking a deep breath. I think they were already celebrating a little bit before that one. Now they just have to win again.
High, once again, dodging that out. It does not affect him. Reginald gets hit up. The Stand United goes to Reggie because they know a lot of power can come from him. He still stays alive, but he goes down. Special has used the crescendo, has used the exhaust. Everything is defensive right now for TSM to get out.
They just gotta hit the Nexus.
With their eyes on the Nexus, their eyes on the summer split, completely undefeated in the series, 25-3.
from the camp of Cloud9. They're going to start the push up the top lane since the minion wave is pushed in that side. And if they catch TSM looking and trying to defend one of the other turrets, they would initiate immediately. But they are very knowledgeable of where TSM has to go. They know TSM needs to put multiple resources into defending those two inhibitor turrets. Sneaky's actually trying to farm up enough for an Infinity Edge right now. Would give him another power spike. Obviously, the death cap was just completed by High, putting him in an immaculate amount of ability power, 632.
That's a rather large number. Sneaky just enough for IE. 1375 from where he's at. He's gonna wait for ambient gold, and there we go. That's the last major power spike for an AD carry. 4 big offensive items, not counting boots. And C9 does look for the top lane. Can TSM make any more plays? Or do they have a rider's block? Can they make this stop? Cloud9 will end the game on this push.
Well, whatever it is, there's some type of block for TSM against Cloud9 because they just can't seem to beat these guys. Ever since they've made it into the LCS, Cloud9 just can't seem to lose in the playoffs. Still undefeated, well on their way to their second straight split championship here in North America. Pushing down the top tour with 2 downed inhibitors and a Baron buff.
There goes tier 2. Baron buff, 45 more seconds. Wild Turtle wants to wave clear, takes a Caitlyn ulti, gonna get slowed down a little bit as well by Twin Shadows. Summoning Hill keeps him safe. Balls holding down the mid lane. Superman is holding Dyrus' attention, and that inhib's gonna fall. Top inhib turret's gone. Balls gonna rejoin the
He's trying to come in from the side.
Here we go. No stuns come in from the ulti from Morgana, but there's the battle, especially in the back line. Wild Turtle gonna be locked up. 2 kills. Make that 4 kills. Make that almost everyone going down. Cloud9 gonna end the series 3-0. They're gonna take down the Nexus, and they're the North American champion.
Damage on TSM right here, so the defensive itemization, while nice, isn't game-breaking.
Gotta remember that Wild Turtle's gonna be getting big. We're only 36 minutes into this game. He still has quite a ways to go. 2 levels till 18, and then he'll be cracking out that long-range damage from Tristana. Good damage onto Balls. They get him in for some nice turret shots there, but the shields keep him safe. Locket of the Iron Solari actually used in fear of an engagement.
Yeah, having an underfarm Maokai is a little bit of a liability here. He's taking a whole bunch of damage. He would have needed to be the one off split pushing, much like Dyrus was, but it just hasn't been an opportunity. And the weaker and weaker Cloud9's tank line becomes, the lower their percentage chance of winning this game is.
TSM trying to dictate mid lane here. Cloud9 will walk parallel for a little bit, but how long can they do this? We saw Team Solo Mid kind of get inside Cloud9's base a little bit ago, and it seems like they may shove him out once again.
Well, this one is a little bit dangerous. They have the backline approach. Meteos hops in, actually.
That's the dodge. TSM has avoided quite a bit. Teleport from Balls coming in actually from the base. Home guards are not able to utilize this big engage. Dyrus just out of range on that. Home guard wears off. Not much damage from the shockwave, but the control TSM needs to reassess the fight. Balls gets hit up. The Glacial Fish are on the backside. They bottleneck into this fight and are going for broke. High goes in, tries to get his ultimate down. Last breath has already been used. Coming up with focus. Wow, Turtle! Turtle on the triple. Turtle on the quadra. Meteos on the outside. A second quadra in the playoffs for Turtle.
And even with the kills, even because the fight was so close to Cloud9's base, this could be the end of the series.
This could be it. Team Solo Mid looking to dethrone Cloud9 as the North American champions. They lay down the ward, so they have all the vision necessary. A 10-10, 40-minute game, 60,000 gold apiece on each side, and Meteos trying his damnedest to stop it.
And after all the tension, TSM finds the fight, and Wild Turtle goes wild right there on that last fight, outplaying Cloud9 and carrying TSM to the championship.
That's the ace. That's the game. TSM goes to full 5 and takes down Cloud9. Advantage textbook style now as they're about to close it out for the win.
Yeah, and Bjergsen's level 16 right now, which means his ultimate does over 1,000 true damage. Cloud9 has to fight, but look out!
It's the go for broke here from Cloud9 on their front doorstep. They try one last time to stave off Team Solo Mid. They get the wave clear to make sure it has to be a tank of the turret. Now with that next wave coming in, TSM is able to start walking through. Remember, the bottom inhibitor's already down. Minions are going to start crashing in if this isn't the final push, and it's only going to get harder for Cloud9.
Yeah, it may prep the final push, though, Riv. 2 inhibitors in quick succession during the Baron buff. Plus Cena coming in pretty big this game.
Yeah.
It's mainly been that Bjergsen Cho'Gath, though. Just a monster. 1,050 damage from his feast.
Also,
Om nom.
not only does a silence shut you up, it also does close to 750 damage.
Dude, he's got some relatively low cooldown.
Yeah. The ultimate now is 1134 damage with the Baron buff. And true damage, that is.
Ugh. You're not getting out alive. You're going to be in his belly. And that's not fun.
Yeah, they actually are getting the third
Oh my word.
push while they still have the Baron buff.
This is, if you're going to take the final game, this is the way to do it. Losing game 1, but being able to come back stronger and stronger throughout each game consecutively. Now game 3, it looks like TSM could have had this from the get-go.
Yeah, very rarely does a team come back from 3 inhibs down. Meteos take some damage. TSM needs to wait for their minions, unless Cloud9 overengages. Here we go.
Oh, the overengage indeed. Elimination on the outside gets bounced. Dyrus, he wants it. Dives in onto balls. The Sanguine Pool saves him just at the last second. The 1v1 to Bjergsen and High. The bite goes down, but High is alive, and Bjergsen dies to the turrets. Turtle now is the focus. Depth charge into Anchor Toss. They lock him down with the passive, but he is hopping around way too much on Kalista. Turtle a double. Turtle a triple. Turtle a quadra. Could he be coming up with a penta? High stays on the fountain. The quadra kill once again to come up with Team Solo Mid's pivotal win on the North American Spring Split. And they will do it once again. The consecutive wins for Team Solo Mid. The Nexus falls, and Team Solo Mid are the 2015 North American League of Legends Championship Series Spring Split champions.
Side of CLG, and the physical damage dealers of Yasuo and Kog'Maw on TSM's side are not even close to Last Whisper. Turtle gets in!
No way! Backing right in the middle around Baron. They had the ward, but there was still vision. And it looks like Santora may go down next. Bjergsen will definitely follow. CLG is absolutely cleaning up in the middle of the rift right now. Team Solo Mid gets caught backing.
You can only hold out for so long against this relentless pressure from CLG. The Ash Arrow finds itself true once again, and CLG goes for Baron.
They burned all of Turtle Summoners in the last engage. This, barring an... Okay, if that Tornado steals... All right, it's not even long enough. Afro's going to stop it, and CLG grab Baron.
Little love for Bloodwater. It's all right, though. Didn't happen.
It's been done before.
Oh, my gosh. This, however, by CLG has not been done before. What stellar play coming into the playoffs throughout as well, and through the end of the season. They said themselves, we came out of a slump. It's always easy to hear somebody say that and feel good for them, but they are absolutely showing that they came out. We'll see this once again in this
Turtle
replay.
didn't walk into the brush with the rest of his team that was under Pink Ward cover.
Wow.
And that prompted the Ash Arrow from Doublelift. Game-defining recall fail right there from Wild Turtle. And the rest of CLG can just pile
And
it.
you have to figure how strong CLG thinks they are. With Pink Ward coverage in that, it might just be a Turtle bait. But they didn't care at all.
Now, locking down Turtle, he's had to use his cleanse pretty much on cooldown this game.
Yeah, it was already
There's
down.
been so much focus on him. And now another Baron buff push. And the only way TSM defends is with the fight.
Down to the bottom turret. Same story, just on the other side of the map. Counterlogic Gaming was here around the same time last game. 1 minute on Dragon brings them to 4. It's something they may not even need to go for. They're not onto the turret just yet. They're actually going for more kills still with the arrow down. May give a little assurance to Team Solo Mid that they can hang out for a bit. Smithy does have the chrono break to get into a good situation, but his Shadow's now still inside, so he can fight. Afro move, going salami, tanking that turret. He knows he goes down. He's letting the team fight, just tanking the turret completely, knowing Counterlogic Gaming is stronger. The double kill, the triple kill now coming in for Pobelter. Double is gonna clean one up. 40 seconds on the clock, boys.
And the faithful shall be rewarded. CLG take the inhibitor. They're going to take the Nexus turrets, and they're going to take a trip to Worlds.
This is going to be it. Counterlogic Gaming fighting every season since there has been one, and now taking down Team Solo Mid at Madison Square Garden to be your 2015 Summer Split champion.
Here, by TSM, wanting to just cut through any of the Lulu shields or any of the tanking that CLG has had. And really, CLG doesn't have the greatest flanking ability, so that backline damage are feeling free to build much more offensively.
That'll be 90% crit chance for Bjergsen. Needing to build incredibly aggressively, and that's going to feel good for him.
Thornmill was completed onto Darshan, though.
Okay, he's full build now. He's got nothing else to buy. Almost a similar boat now for Smithy. He's sitting on Glacial Shroud.
Neither does Hans. Like Hanser would, the only thing would be to
Too.
sell your dry Guardian Angel that the passive
for
has already
Randuin.
been used. Oh, whoa. I
Actually-
think that was a spectator bug maybe. Is it back up?
It just came back up.
Both
It wasn't
GAs are up
cooldown.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. The active items stay super dark while they're on cooldown. And then they all pop up when they're back. So Guardian Angel is up for both the frontliners, or two of the frontliners of CLG. Afro doesn't have one. Does have a Frozen Heart, and that's a really big deal. But yeah, Randuin's are big.
Okay, so this dragon, nobody needs to die for this dragon, for either team. They don't have to commit too much for it. Really, this dragon is about getting positioning for the team fight.
TSM got it. That's number 3. And the traps are already up. They're already there too soon for CLG to
Hanser!
respond. And here comes Hanser. Looks for the play, gets headbutted, and gets pulverized around. They knock in Stixay, but he's going to be all right with this one. Now into the front line. Hanser taking so much damage. Going to get saved by Cunit for now. Now they've got to wait for the rapid fire to be back up. In goes them again. Svenskar forced to flash away. Darshan has GA, gets popped around. Knocked back now by Buster Shot as well. Bjergsen is low. Stixay gets hit up, but QS is out. He's still going to tag. He's trying to reset. He's going in for the reset. Yellow Star got another one. He's going for 3. Stixay. They can go in.
Smithy's popping up from his GA. Svenskara's going to try and stop him, but he's the only one
He's
left.
gonna go down. That's it. The ace for CLG. The cleanup from Stixay.
And CLG proved you can change the players, but the faith remains. And they're going to walk to their second consecutive North American LCS championship.
What a beautiful play to put the faith on the rookie, the Rage Blade Tristana from Stixay. Put it all in his hands. Give him the rapid fire, give him the resets, and give him his first ever North American championship in his first season on CLG.
And understanding his ranges on the Lucian at the back end of that fight is not only going to give them their gold back, but it's also going to secure them a quadruple Elemental Drake Elder.
For the next 2 minutes, TSM cannot be trifled with.
And with Baron on the
Now.
table, that is a big deal. If Baron was off the map, you could say, okay, no problem, sit back, wave clear. That's not really an option for C9 if they want to contest this Baron.
And if I'm trying to shot call for C9 right now, I don't think you can actually even go close to Baron. This Elemental Drake cannot be messed with. They're going to get the wards off and hope for a pick, but if they ever see a lot of TSM people together, I think they have to run away.
I agree, especially when you can take into consideration Vladimir, who can just dive backline, continuously apply this AoE true damage burn that's going to do so much to your team.
The question is, does C9 properly respect that? They have not been looking at this bot lane. Keep in mind, Impact's teleport is up in 8 seconds. He can try to split the team up and wait out the 2 minutes. This timer, it's already 45 seconds past. There's only 1:15 left for TSM to use this buff as they land little bits of poke, get that true damage burn across. C9 hoping they can waste enough time, but now TSM got priority in mid. They roam back over towards this Baron pit, looking at the play one more time. It's Envision of wards, but who
They
cares?
want to force it.
C9 gonna have a hell of a time fighting him. Curtain call pops, and they're gonna go for this play. Weaver's Wall
They're
puts him off
actually
the
fighting.
pit, and there's a knockback. They've caught Impact, but he's Meganar, and he can't do it in time. The first kill comes in for TSM, and this could be the championship team fight. Here they go. A double already for Bjergsen into the back line. They're killing everybody. C9 only have 2 members remaining. Make that one. It's only Jensen. There's no chance left.
And TSM find another fight at Baron. C9 did not want to give up that Baron, and TSM was so strong with the Elder Drake, they're going to take that fight all the way to the championship.
They didn't give up the Baron, but they're going to give up the championship as the Nexus is surely going to fall.
And here we go, the ceremonial taking of the Nexus turrets. Nothing to stand in their way as TSM cement themselves as the most dominant organization in North American League of Legends and win their 4th North American Championship.
The Elder Drake is also up in 20 seconds, and I expect someone to play around that. What's interesting here is Jensen with the teleport up is actually the split push threat onto Hanser right now. He's so confident in this Echo right now that he's the one transitioning to that because if Kled initiates while the Echo TPs, that's actually the ideal flank for Cloud9.
TSM has established vision.
Oh, Sneaky! No, Little he saves him! Quick finger smoothie!
If C9 can heal back up with the Blade of the Rune King and then get a fight before Bjergsen's ultimate comes back up, it could be huge for them.
Yeah, it's a low cooldown with all the CDR he's built up with that Morellonomicon and Fiendish Codec, but TSM want to try and use this before he heals up. Sneaky ticking slowly up in health. He does have Blade of the Rune King. It would be really dangerous for TSM to start this Elder Drake, but they do.
Yeah, it is dangerous, but they will start it. Sneaky getting the pressure down mid lane. Contracts are available. He can seal it. This is 50-50.
TP in from Monster. Here we go.
Here's Ray in as well. On the Sven Scarron. Sven going to try and keep them out. Redemption down. Ray dives back. Give it hard. They kill Jensen. It's Jensen. Bjergsen gets the kill. And now Ray stunned up
Sneaky
across.
on
Sneaky
the
though,
side.
still trying to fight around, but he can't get into the fight. Smoothie far too low, goes down. And they're going to take Elder Dragon as well. Disaster for Cloud9.
Jensen didn't get his Zhonya's off, didn't get his ultimate off. He goes down in the critical fight, and TSM are pushing in what could be.
But C9 are trying to get it back. They have Baron. They're getting an inhibitor of their own. TSM went for a home run, hit a double, but C9's countering.
And they're going to go back TSM. Oh no, they stay. At least a few do.
They're going to go for the win. They're going for
Death
the win
timers.
here.
30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Sneaky can't get back to base.
Needs to stop Sneaky. Sven Scarron moving in as well. Contract, can they win this 2v2? No, Sneaky, he's too low.
That's it.
Contract's going to get stunned down as well. Sven going to keep chasing it down, and TSM just keep going. 15 seconds left.
TSM are going to end it. There's an ace.
Here we go.
It's the game.
TSM fight tooth and nail to defend the North, but once again, NA LCS champions Cloud9. What a...
So many times, TSM finding that initiation with the Rakan, followed up by the Gragas explosive casks.
Sven Scarron has been really, really accurate with those Gragas ultimates. That definitely does deserve to be shouted out here. He's got multiple re-engages for the team. This time around, though, Immortals have pushed up the minion waves. They're trying to regain territory.
All right now it's both are shoving in the bot lane. Of course, it's 2 inhibs down in favor of TSM. Only 1 for Immortals killed off in the mid lane. We'll see who goes for the play first. Flame pushing this one, but Bjerg's going to push top. He can ride that into the Nexus. Someone has to react at some point, but Immortal's going to say, let's go for bot lane. No turret defends this inhibitor, and it's going to be a recall out of Bjergsen. Doesn't want to race.
Immortals trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, also cutting the super minions out of this wave, the one wave where there is inhibitor disadvantage for Immortals. If they can find
They find double, they don't find the kill just yet, he gets away! Survives the equalizer, here comes Redemption to buy the front line some more time, lock and pop as well, up they go, and they got our pulse in, only the takes Flame, gotta run away, 2 kills, picked up, the resets, and double it finds himself the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the ace for TSM!
Hansa teleports to the top side, and he's gonna run the minions through the base!
This may be the final victory lap for TSM. This time, the death timers look long enough. Haunter has the minion wave, escorting it into the base.
And there's nothing but the AI left to defend. TSM shut the door. They say this is the exclusive club. TD Garden home to so many greats, and TSM cement themselves as the greatest team North America has ever seen. 6 championships and 10 splits. They have never missed a final. They have never missed Worlds, and they are once again your North American champions.
And just pull themselves back into it.
Mountain Drake #1 this game. I don't even know how many Drakes this is. This team has controlled now over the course of this series, but I do know it's all of them. They grab it, no contest. They're still up 8,000 gold. They've still got all the control they could ever want in this game, and now they'll push down the bottom lane. There's still a turret standing outside of the enemy base for them to take, and if 100 Thieves want to defend it, the defense has to be perfect.
Time is definitely running out for them. They're going to need to draw over Caitlyn, lay down some traps if they want to make a stand here. Luckily for them, as you said, you know, Someday still has the lead on Gnar, so the split push should be able to hold. The problem is, down here, the 4-man squad.
Yeah, the 4-man squad and that mid lane, that inhibitor being down, it's almost like another person is pushing mid for Team Liquid. It has to be answered. You can see Ryu, he pulls off, and that's why the rest have to back up.
Smithy constantly threatening that pull. Nobody can afford to be pulled right now on 100 Thieves. Even the tanks, they're so far behind. If you get pulled, you're out.
Yeah, Someday even recalled early for a possible chance here for 100 Thieves to try and find an opening.
Oh, he got double lift. Double lift in some trouble. That could be the pick right there that puts him back in the game. But Ole on the front line, throwing up the unbreakable. Double lift opens up the curtain call. Afromu gonna be shot 2 times, 3 times. Cody's son's gonna drop, and Team Liquid finds their 5 right. Ryu's on the run. The rest of Liquid following up. Ole still on that front line.
They have
trying
minions.
to end this game. The minions already on to the Nexus turrets. This could very well be where the game ends. Team Liquid, they had to stop a little bit short on the last push, but they've still got everyone here now. It continues. Some days in the Mega Gnar form, he's got the ultimate, but what chance do you have against the 5-man team of Liquid? The pull comes through. The suppression is down. The Mega Gnar backwards, but it's not going to do a thing. Someday now the target on the front line, a double kill for Double Lift. Ryu is the last man standing, but he shall not stand for long. They've all been to the final stage before, and now they'll be there victorious together as Team Liquid are your North American LCS Spring Split champions.
All expectations, they are looking like the absolute best in North America, looking to make it a 3-0 run in the finals, and it's down to the last inhibitor turret. A bit of wave clear. They'll buy 30 more seconds, Cloud9, but the clock is ticking.
Time definitely working against them as the super minions start to build up. Team Liquid even sending 4 members down to hurry the process along. Super minions heading through mid, Poe Belters on top side, and they can just move in to the C9 base from the side here and switch up to that last inhibitor.
As the waves come in, it's a desperate defense for Cloud9 to knock down all these supers. Top being shepherded in about 15 seconds. Double poking for the mid lane. And as they wait for the reinforcements to show up, C9 is knocking down minions. Rise ults in a few. He gets the cannon in early. The Righteous Glory for Liquid trying to stop him. The turret's just gone so quickly, and the fight erupts. They poke Sensei's ult for insta-cleanse. Licorice on the front line. Can they kill any of these tanks? Licorice is gonna fall. That's 1 for 0. Looking at Impact, dangerous as well, but Svenskar is already dead. It's 2 kills for Team Liquid, and they are still surviving. The inhibitor about to fall. They can knock a few more arrows into that bow, but Double clears the way first. Wants to make sure he is safe, that no flash ults come out of Jensen or no damage elsewhere, as Petrifying Gaze is already burned. There are so few tools left for Cloud9.
All that Team Liquid need to do at this point is stay inside the base. They have minions coming to assist them. The last inhibitor is down.
It's triple inhib. There should be no defense left. Zazel tries to cut away, but it is 5v3 for 25 seconds and make it a 6v3. The minions are there as well. Sneaky forced to flash to his fountain, and it's all but over. Team Liquid just walking the waves into the base. The 2018 Super Team trying to find one more way in. A giant knockback for Xmithy. That's 2 more kills for TL. A double for Doublelift that is disappearing in front of him. The next is open. There is no defense. Svenskaren shows up, but the base will fall. Back-to-back sweeps. TL's the best team in